And good evening to you. I am hoping we are live. I'm just getting some other bits set up. So just give me a second. Okay, there we go. We should be, I think, in a better position. Sorry, just give me 1 second. I'm streaming to another platform at the moment, so I am just trying to see if I can get this working as it should be. We will get started in a second. Let's just go back to here. There we go. That looks about right, I think. So hopefully we can. So I don't really have a topic planned as such. We are right at the end of the year, and we are going to be talking about some of the. We're going to be talking about some of the products that they've released over the year, what we've liked, what's good, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. We'll see how far we get. So I'm hoping this is going to work, and hopefully they can now hear exactly what I'm saying on a few different platforms. So as always, as I used to, I will start with the caveat. If anything does decide to drop off halfway through, just be patient, as I will be back. So if my machine decides to blue screen, because I'm now doing a stream on another platform that I stopped temporarily for a little while, and yeah, we'll start back again and we'll see how it goes. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of the messages. I'm expecting it to. Oh well, I say expect. I think it's going to be a bit more busier than it has been the last couple of weeks, but let's see how we get on. Where are we starting with? I think we're starting here. I can't see my OBS screen, so there we go. Right. Hey, Black Jedi. Good evening. Good afternoon. Over the other side of the pond. Yep. Press that like button on your way in. If you do, that would be very much appreciated. We are almost up to 20 of you already, so that would be good if you could do that. We'll have a look at how many likes we have in just a second. So U7 Pro Wall compared against the U7 Pro XG. Oof, we're starting in strong, are we? We're going straight into the deep technical analysis. Right, okay, let's see what we can do. So let's go to store.ui.com. So the U7, what we're looking at. So we're looking at U7 Pro XG versus the U7 Pro XG. Okay. So if we go down to Wi-Fi, let's go. Obviously, the first one is going to be the form factor. Pro XG wall. Where am I missing that button? That's why, because I'm going to the wrong website. I need to go to tech specs. Let's start there. That will definitely be useful if we started there. I know you can't see it at the moment, so just give me 1 second. We will get there. So we want to compare the U7 Pro XG against the U7 Pro Wall XG. Right, here we go. I don't think there's going to be too much difference here, to be honest. It is literally going to be the form factor. Let's just say a few more hellos and then we will continue. I'm not, I apologize. I'm not even going to attempt to butcher your name in any way, shape, or form. But good evening from the Netherlands. Welcome. Hey, Cyberdog, how you doing? Hey, TJ. Maxi, good evening, where you are. MCU. I'm gonna assume you're referring to football, and that's either going to be Manchester City or Manchester United. But either or, both of them, definitely not. I'm a Liverpool fan, if you are asking that question. Hey, Vasil, good evening. Merry Christmas to you as well. Hey, Greg. And we have Jake. So we have Jake and TJ today. They both have... oh, I've just seen your message, Blackjack. Well, don't I look like an idiot right now? Anyway, um, so yeah, I see we're joined by Jake and TJ. So two guys who I still think is the same person, but we still haven't got to the bottom of that in 2025. Let's see if we can solve that one in 2026 when we go next year. Good evening, AG Dunk. Do you expect there to be the black version of the Siren? I'd like to get one front of the house, but the white won't work for me. I don't know actually. That would be a very good question. I don't imagine there being one at the moment. I wouldn't ever rule it out. Is it something that's going to be coming tomorrow? I probably don't think so. Is it something that may come over time? I don't know if there's enough of a demand for it. Possibly. Maybe just leave your what's the word I'm looking for? Maybe leave your suggestions in the Ubiquiti forums as maybe a feature request or product request. However you wanna put that one through. Let's delete this. We don't need spam in here. Right, let's have a little look. I'm just gonna have a quick look at another platform just to see if there is anything. I can't see anything at this point. I'm hoping my volume is going through perfectly fine. See if that sounds probably might be a little bit louder, but yeah, anyway, hopefully you'll be getting that through. Right, let's have a look. Well, yeah, MCU Marvel movies. No, I'm not a big Marvel person. I will happily go and watch a Marvel movie, but it's not something that I would go out of my way to follow in any way, shape, or form. So no, unfortunately, I am not. Right, we will come back to, actually, let's do a couple more. Hello from Canada. Hello, Derek. How are you doing? And thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It's been a very long year, so it makes it all the more. I think I was doing a count the other day with a couple of the other creators, and I think I've posted 80 long form videos this year, which is probably about 6.5 a week, a month, which may not sound like a lot, but getting more than one video out a week, I think is pretty good going. So next year I want to try and target 2 a week, but assuming I don't kill myself in the process. But anyway, yeah. So let's come back to that. And Jake, yep, appreciate the 2 letters very much. We'll come back to that. So anyway, we had a question right at the start, which was the Pro Wall versus the U7 Pro XG. I don't think there is anything different. So if we go to unique specs only, we're looking at the antenna gain, supported voltage range. That seems to be the same, so it's interesting. And maybe just the enclosure material. So it is literally just the antenna gain. You're getting slightly more in the U7 Pro XG wall. And the mounting preference, obviously the wall one is designed for your wall, and then ceiling and wall, light mounts included. So just there isn't going to be a massive amount of difference between the two. It's going to be your preference on design, what you really want, it to look like, basically. Do you want it on the ceiling? If you do, then obviously that's but if you want it on the wall, you can choose either or. So yeah, it's probably more of a design choice at this point. I mean, if you want that extra dBi in the signal strength, which is always nice to have, but yeah, I don't think you're going to see a huge amount of impact. And thank you, Stefan, for the heart. Thank you very much. I'm surprised that didn't come through on here. Let me just check to make sure. We are definitely getting this. Let me just see if I can stop this. Activate source. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that will then pop up anyway. So where do we get to? Right. So yeah, that's kind of the difference between the two. In terms of pricing, I don't actually know what the difference is between them in terms of pricing. So the U7 Pro XG wall is $279 and the U7 Pro XG is $199. So there's an $80 difference between the two. So yeah, it's interesting to see the difference in terms of pricing. There's got to be, yeah, a lot of people. I've read a few comments of people saying that there's a big discrepancy in price. Uh, I don't know who comes up with the pricing or how that pricing comes, but yeah, it looks like that's what it's going to be unless they decide to change something. Do you know how to get the AI horn working with Home Assistant? So there is. I'm not a big Home Assistant person. I do use it. Don't get me wrong. I don't probably use it to the full extent that I probably should, but yeah, I do use the AI horn, and to get it working in Home Assistant is not something I have been able to do. There's a Unified Protect integration. If that is not working to show the horn, then I'm not sure how you would go about getting it exposed into Home Assistant. So unless there's someone else in the audience that can shed some light on this, unfortunately, I don't have any light that I can shed on this topic. Maybe reach out to the people that create the integration. I don't know if it's done by Ubiquiti directly or it's done by some third party. The Home Assistant integration, maybe reach out to them on their GitHub and see if you can get them to add it in. Do you do installations for Unify Systems in London and reached out via your website? Yes, I did see your message. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to get back to you just yet. I know I have seen your message and I will reach out to you. I do certain installations depending on what they are. Structured cabling is not something I do though, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll reach back out to you and we can discuss a little bit further. Good evening, John. How are you doing? And season greetings to you too as well. I hope you are all having a good downtime coming towards the end of the year. I don't know if anybody is back into swing next week in terms of getting back into work, but I'm sure some people are and some people aren't. So yeah, sounds more like Cody. Yeah, probably. 2025 was great. I fully migrated to Ubiquiti with a full 10 gig home network, dropped Sino, U5, Drive, and Protect, and I'm really satisfied. Just hoping the announced sensors arrive soon in 2026. So I did see before, I think it was on the stream last week, that we were going to see the. Okay, they've changed. Yeah, so pretty much everything that was going to be showing available December 2025 has kind of switched to coming soon or gone into 2026. But if we have a quick look here, you can see the motion sensor is still showing December 2025. That's not something that's changed. So possibly we have a few days left. Possibly we might see the motion sensor come in before the end of the year. But yeah, who knows? I finally got all my Black Friday. Oh, let's go back to here so we can see. I finally got all my Black Friday Ubiquiti haul. Now I just need to find the time. Oh, that just flicked up. Okay, I just need to find the time to revamp my entire network. I'm most excited about Unified Protect and the G6 doorbell I just received. So I really like the G6 doorbell. I mean, well, the G6 entry. I think it's very similar in terms of image quality to the Lite, but having the extra package cam and obviously the Unified Access integration is warranted the extra price. So that's something that is yeah. So hopefully you find the time and yeah, you get round to installing that. If not, if you need any help, give me a shout. I'm sure I will be happy to assist if I'm able to. Do you expect Unified to release the retrofit smart lock anytime soon? It would be great to be able to use access integration in residential homes. Yeah, I don't think you're the only one asking for this. I think a lot of people have been asking for this for a while. They want a smart lock to be able to retrofit or even a new fit or whatever it might be. Do I think they're going to come out with one? Well, they had one in the early access store many years ago. which would have been good if they finally released, but it never came to market. But hopefully, it's something that they are actively looking at. I know a lot of people are asking for it. It kind of makes sense in the product life cycle that we're going down in terms of, okay, well, we've got a unified access reader, we've got the entry doorbell, and then obviously we can go through to possibly locks. But I mean, they have in one way to put it, they have their fingers in a lot of pies at the moment. So I don't know how much they can spread themselves thin, unless they're building expanding in their team. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good morning from Sydney, Australia. You are already on Monday morning. Wonderful. Good morning. What's your opinion on the AI key add-on? Thoughts? So the AI key is an interesting one. Yes, it does add some dynamics to Unify Protect. How much that will be used in a residential scenario, it really depends on how much you want to be searching your footage. Businesses, I can see it being very useful for them, but I don't think this is the end of the road for the AI key. I mean, you're throwing a lot of money down at it. I mean, what we're looking at, so you're throwing, let's say, you're throwing $800 at the AI key, and I think there's going to be, I hope there's going to be a lot more to be added into the AI key. I don't think it would just be. I'm hoping they don't limit it just to Unified Protect deployments. I don't know how they would implement it in the other areas, but I'm hoping they're going to expand that to the other areas to be able to bring the AI functionality in those areas. Again, what that looks like, I have no idea. Do you have a Ubiquiti? Do you ever think Ubiquiti will release an equivalent of an Apple tag? I have a dog who tends to wander, especially abroad. I recently lost him in Dubai. Well, I hope you found him. But for this sort of thing, I can't see Ubiquiti getting into this sort of area. But stranger things have happened. Maybe they might. They got into the audio space where nobody expected it. They've got into other spaces that we didn't really expect them to get into. We have a new travel router, which is hopefully going to be launching tomorrow. I feel like I missed that comment, but I'm sure I saw it. Yeah, I did. Sorry, Cyberdog. I'll come back to you on that one in just a second. So this is the comment I missed from early on. I knew I missed something. I knew I saw something about a travel router. So tomorrow is supposed to be release day. I don't know if it still shows on the website as it's being released tomorrow. Let's have a look. Unify travel. Still showing December 29th, so that's good news. That's this little device right here. So if you haven't seen it yet, that is the travel router. This thing is super thin, super tiny, and it just fits in your wallet. Depending on obviously how big your wallet. If you've just got one of those card wallets, it might not necessarily fit in. But yeah, this thing has a couple of Ethernet ports if you haven't seen this already. So just on the side, just here, we have a couple of USB ports on the bottom, and we have the we have not an LCM display. We have a display on the front right here. So this is something. This is something I have been playing around with, and yeah, I think you're definitely going to be happy with this one. And for the price point, I mean, $79 for a travel router that automatically connects to your home, broadcasts your SSID for you that you have at home, so automatically connects your devices. I don't think you can complain too much with that one, and it's a secure connection. So for people that use things like their own separate DNS servers, things like Pi-hole and stuff like that, it automatically you can just use it as part of your network. Right, let's continue. Let's scroll down. I'm now thinking to implement a camera, the AI LPR. Have you tested it? Or have you tried it? So I have a couple of videos on the AI LPR. I don't know if you're still watching around or not. I have a couple of videos on the AI LPR. One is to do with Unify Access and the garage door, and another one is just the LPR video itself. So yeah, you can definitely check those out. I'm trying to work out how to fund HDDs in 2026. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be wondering that. and whether the RAM prices are going to affect Ubiquiti, because that's definitely going to be a big one. Obviously, they don't have huge amount of memory in some of their devices. Well, yeah. Anyway, we won't mention too much going forward, but yeah, it's a tough one, and prices are going up and up. So I would definitely suggest getting in early if that's what you want. Definitely scout the secondhand market if that's something you're happy to do. Busy work day tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hopefully, we'll manage to grab a UTR. Yeah, I mean, hopefully so. I mean, for those of you that definitely want one, I'm hoping you will get a chance to get your hands on one. And at this point, it's almost like you've just teed me up very nicely to do a nice shameless plug. So, anybody planning to buy anything, feel free to use my affiliate link. We don't get kickbacks on everything, but whatever you buy, if it is in there, it will definitely help. Let's continue. What have we got here? Let me move this out of the way because we don't need this right about now. What's the plans for 2026 and for Ubiquiti? Well, I can tell you some of the devices. I can tell you about some of the devices that are coming, that are already on their website, but unfortunately, I can't. I mean, let's put it this way: if you dug deep enough into the realms of the internet, you would find a lot more information about what's going to be coming. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, right, let's continue. Some of the creators are leaving the Ubiquiti YouTube program. Interesting. Do any specific creators? Seems like a new law for creators. Yeah, that's interesting. I'd be intrigued to know who's actually leaving the program or who's no longer wanting to take part in the program. That would definitely be interesting. That's for sure. Are you surprised the G6 doorbell hasn't sold out yet? Hasn't it? That's so I did see when I streamed last week. So let me just go back to yeah, okay, I am on the right page. Just making sure you are seeing the right thing right now. So I did see, what did I see? What were we looking at? The G6 doorbell. So when I was looking last week, it was sold out in the US, but it's back in stock in the US. It was in stock in Austria, or in the EU, should I say? It's just Austria is the country I generally pick, and I got told off last time for not looking at Canada. So yeah, it's there in the Canadian store. And then we look at the UK. So they're in stock in all the locations, which is surprising, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not selling. It could be. I know when we went to the UWC, Ubiquiti did say that they are working on their stock issues. So hopefully, this is the start of pushing into the right direction. So they're getting enough supply. And maybe partly because some people might be holding back from the PoE side of things, possibly. But yeah, I think I'm hoping they're starting to shift in the right direction. I could never overlook you, Cyberdog. Never overlook you. It was just it was a human error, not a Cody error. Human error. He's not done anything. Another lingering question: can you use the reader flex to arm and disarm alarms in Protect? I'm gonna say no. Not something I've tried. I do have the reader flex, and because it's in Unify Protect, because it's in Unify Access, it doesn't show itself in Unify Protect, so there's no way to set it to do those kind of things. So I'm probably going to answer that question with no. Yeah, I see your point, VJ. I mean, there's how can I put this? There's two sides to every story, right? So as a YouTuber, Serve the Home have I won't say too much on this, just purely because of the fact I don't have all the facts and I wouldn't want to send someone in the wrong direction. I will, yeah, I just want to, I'd say my part on it is Serve the Home do have a big following, and whatever whatever that conversation happened between them, that was between them. But I mean, from my perspective, I don't have any issues in terms of my publication. If there's something that I need to add in, I can add it in. If there's something that isn't. I mean, like, yeah, there isn't. I mean, from my side, there isn't too much to say about it. But yeah, like I said, I don't know I've seen what's been written online, and but yeah, I won't say too much more around that. No worries. When are you doing the video? I'm trying, Dwight. I don't have the enhancer yet, so it's not something I have been sent or even purchased yet or been able to purchase. I think it is available, so it definitely is around. Where are we? Where's the enhancers? Where are they? Let's do. Why do I feel like... There we go, camera enhancers. How did I miss that? Anyway, so yeah, it is definitely the G6 Pro one. It's £175 in the UK. I think $199 in the US. Or $179 in the US. Not far wrong. But yeah, no, I haven't managed to get my hands on one of these yet. So this is the G6 Bullet Pro enhancer. I will, as and when, I don't know when that might be. I'm still waiting to complete my AI Pro, my AI turret, my AI bullet. No, let me get my wordings right. I'm still waiting to do my bullet, Pro bullet, and there was one other camera that I'm trying to do a comparison on. So I'm still, oh no, that was actually the turret version. So yeah, I'm still trying to get the turret versions out, the comparison out first, but not yet. It's coming. Maybe maybe early 2026, hopefully. But yeah, it's really hard when it comes to stuff like this because Ubiquiti have their release cycles are very aggressive. So yeah, we will try. Use pfSense as a router and Unify for a switch, an AP, and consider the travel router. Thinking if I can get it. Sorry, my mouse is in the way. Thinking if I can get it to with this setup and the client's connected to home and use free radius on pfSense. I'm just trying to think, if you're not using a unified gateway, will you be able to use teleport? Because obviously it binds and uses teleport to get back to your home system. So I'm wondering what wondering if you're able to use it or not. Not something I've tried. Hey Cash Culture, thank you very much, big fan, thank you, appreciate it. A Snazzy Lab video helped me solve the full conduit issue by using a PoE switch. Works really well and enough for sirens and doorbells. What do you think of this? Prefer cable runs or intermediate switches? I think if you can run cables all the way and it's obviously within the distances, why not go for it? If there's something that you're going a little bit further and you have to put an intermediate switch, then I don't think the latency is going to be a massive issue. It's only one extra hop, so I don't think it's the end of the world. And in terms of probably, if you're talking residential, I don't think you're going to be doing anything that's you're going to notice the difference if you put a switch in between. Interesting. Okay. Did he explicitly say that, or is that something that his videos kind of alluded to? But interesting. Okay. It'll be interesting to yeah. I saw your every video. Thank you. Appreciate it. Any NDA videos coming out this week? When can we expect it? So this device, I'm hoping I will have a video out for you. It's not really an NDA device, but I'm hoping, yeah, at some point this week you will see this video. Hoping early in the week, but yeah, who knows? What's happening with the VLAN video? It's another one of those on the to-do list. So I have a few. So obviously the VLAN videos. We're now moving into 2026. So I want to get my unified network video out. I want to get my protect video out. I want to get my access video out. So these are all 2026. They're all going to be 2026. They're all going to be post videos of tutorials. So I'm hoping to get those out along with, depending on how busy Ubiquiti keeps us as well. So there's a lot that's going to be going on, and I imagine it's going to be very busy start of the year. But yeah, we shall see. Hey Aidan, no worries. Apologies if this is a repeat question, but do you think Ubiquiti will release the UNAS for a UNVR 4 bay or a UDM in 2026? In terms of the UNVR 4 bay, did we wait? There is a UNVR 4 bay. Oh, or am I going absolutely crazy? Possibly. So yeah, there is an NVR 4 bay. So that's this one right here. This is the UNVR. So that does exist, unless you meant no, even the UNAS 4 bay has been announced. So that is definitely coming this year as well. So or a UDM in 2026. The UDM line, I think, is due. I say it's due a refresh. I think it will be refreshed at some point. When into 2026 and what that looks like, whether they're going to come out with new models or they're just going to update their existing models, I don't know. Again, if you search deep enough into the internet, you'll find out some stuff about the UDM. But yeah, not so much that I can say at this point. So there will be stuff coming, just don't know when, and what that looks like. Where am I from? So I'm based in the UK, in and around, I guess, the Cambridgeshire area. Yeah, so that's where I am from. I'm excited for the Pro AV line, and yeah, we're the Pro AV line is even I'm looking forward to that one. I think there's a lot of people that are going to be looking forward to that. I hope it's one of those things that I hope they definitely get that right, because they're going to make a lot of waves in that market, and a lot of strides, I think. So if they get this right, I think it's going to be good. Didn't Unify introduce a link for feedback in the network or Protect app? If so, where is it located? Yes, it should be. I'm not actually logged in here, but if you go to your Unify network in the bottom left-hand corner, in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see there's a feedback section just there. There should be a text box. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I'm not logged into this machine. I'm not logged in here. Let me check. I might be logged in here to this browser. Oh yeah, I am. Settings. Sorry, you need to go into settings. So if I let me just grab a quick screenshot of this. Minimize this. So if you go into Unify Network, go into settings, and you'll see here, give feedback directly to the Unify R&D team, and you can share your site details if that's what you want to do. Let's have a little look. What else do we have? What's your next video? What's your next video could be? I think it's going to be so I did just mention it's going to be the travel router. That's probably going to be my next video. Yeah. And then I've hopefully got another one coming later on in the week. Yeah, I just opened up his page. I'll check that out a little bit later, hopefully, and see what was said. I'll go back to this. I kind of tried to stay out of this. I mean, it's a mess. It's a messy situation. It puts other creators in a not so good spotlight. But for me, like I said, as long as I'm producing videos that I'm happy with and you're happy with, yeah, I think whatever other people say, everyone is very opinionated, and they are going to be, especially dealing in this kind of world. So yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. As for the 4-bait MVR, generally just curious if they were planning on refreshing it. It's been a few years, so yeah. Again, if you if you dig a little deeper, you'll see some of the stuff that could possibly be coming. I don't know when. Again, there may be a slight refresh, but I don't know. Again, you can search the depths of the internet to find out what that might be. But again, I just don't know when or if that will be coming. One of my goals of 2026 would be to see and take nice pictures. Hopefully that happens. Okay, that's cool. That's are you trying to get into photography? That's a good excuse me. Excuse me. That's a good I guess a New Year's resolution to have. Origin of country. My parents are I was born here. My parents are originally from East Africa. So yeah, that's the origin there. 2026 is the year of enterprise. Yeah, you can definitely say that again. There's definitely going to be some interesting stuff coming. That's for sure. Wi-Fi 8 is only 1 year to go. I think Wi-Fi 8 is 2 years to go. It's not quite there. I think it's 2028, but maybe we might see early. Maybe we might see something a little bit earlier. Who knows? Because sometimes I think, was it with Wi-Fi 6 or Wi-Fi 5, they released a standard and they started pushing out like APs with that, and then they had a second draft of it, and yeah, it just got messy. But yeah, who knows? Ultra is going to release their Wi-Fi 7 AP. Okay, interesting. Be interesting to see what that's all about. We need a UNVR with an AI key. So I guess, Aidan, in answer to your question, I can neither confirm nor deny this comment, but yeah, maybe have a little look on Reddit and see what you can find. And no, it's not under my desk, I can assure you. And I just realized we have already been going. How long has it been? What time did I start? Oh, it's been 40 minutes already. Okay, fine. Let's see how much more. I haven't even got to any of the recap stuff that I was thinking about talking about, but yeah, let's see anyway. Do you think pre-order is good for Ubiquiti? Yes and no. I think a lot of things I read online would be that obviously there's a lot of people doing scalping, which unfortunately is a way of the world to a certain extent. People will try and make money where they can. But yeah, I mean, pre-order system, I'm not quite sure. I mean, for some companies it works, some companies it doesn't. I just don't know whether it would work for Ubiquiti. I guess it could be to a certain expense. Hopefully I can meet you and take a pic. I don't think I don't think I quite got that status just yet, but I'm working towards it. But yeah, no, hopefully if you get a chance to come to one of the UWCs or you see me somewhere random, then yeah, who knows? Do you think I can run 2 G6 Pro bullets and a U7 off door on one flex switch plugged into a PoE port? So the switch flex, let's have a little look. So that's switch flex. I'm going to assume you're running the 2.5 gig flex. And if we go to tech specs, if you're running off a PoE input, you've got 46 watts worth of power. Should kind of show you what I'm doing here. So 46 watts worth of power. And you want to run 2 G6 Pro bullets. So let's go G6 Pro bullets. Where are they? G6 Pro bullets. I think this is going to take you straight over your budget straight away. 15 watts. So that's 30 watts you've got right there. And what was it? What was the other thing you wanted to run? A U7 outdoor. So as long as the U7 outdoor isn't more than 16 watts, you should be good, but I have a feeling it is. It's like a suspense. We're scrolling down. Where is it? Where's the wattage? Just scroll past it. 19 watts. Oof. I would so the official answer is no, because it's the max that it will run on there. Like if they all run flat out, you're not going to have enough power and you're going to lose connectivity, etc., etc. So the official answer would probably be no. The likelihood of all of these using maximum power at the same time, it's something that might not necessarily be the case. So yeah, it's probably one of those things that I would probably say it would, but the official answer is going to be no, because I don't want to give you the wrong advice. I wouldn't recommend also going over the PoE budget. Like I said, will it work? Probably, but would you do it? Probably not. If you can get yourself where was it? Where was the flex switch? Flex. If you can get yourself a PoE injector, that'll give you 76 watts. So maybe getting yourself an injector that can power it over PoE yeah, that's a possibility. Then you would be able to run all three of those, no problem. So hopefully that answers your question. Has Wi-Fi 7 specs been fully done yet? I think it has, as far as I'm aware. It's a fully qualified standard. I don't think there's any additions that are going to be coming to it, so I think so. Does travel router can act as a WAN failover? Did not see anything about these features. No, it doesn't work as a WAN failure and WAN failover. Unfortunately, it is just a single internet connection that you get with it. UMVR with an AI key would be fantastic. Don't imagine prices will be cheap. If that is, and something like this kind of product does arrive at some point, then yeah, I can't imagine it's going to be a cheap solution. That's for sure. This is also true. Pre-order is worse. Look at Apple. Just bots sit there when the time slot opens. Yeah, no, I agree with that. There are a lot of bots that do things as well, so it doesn't really help the cause. Look at the price of the AI key. If Reddit is to be real, it's going to cost 5k. Yeah, I can't imagine. There must be something that they're doing in the background to bring that price down. No, the normal one. Yeah, okay, I think we got that. Yeah, I saw this the other day. If anybody fancies buy me a ticket to send me over to Japan, I won't say no. Events.ui.com. We have the first Ubiquiti World Conference of the year. So excuse me. The first one is going to be in Tokyo, Japan. I don't think they've done one here before. So this is going to be on the 5th of Feb. So yeah, if you're in and around that area, or if you see this video after and you're interested in going, you can definitely go and check those out, as it's a really good day. If you've not been, or you want to see how they are, they're really good days and they're worth checking out. Would you vote for free shipping? At least above a minimum order amount. It's so frustrating depending on what you order, even though it's really it was really appreciated during the Christmas sales. I mean, obviously a long time ago they used to do free delivery, but maybe people were ordering maybe single network cables, so they decided that maybe we'll stick on some shipping charges. But yeah, I mean, I know Canada does, so I think it's if you spend over $700. But it just depends on the agreement they have with the shipping companies. So yeah, it's a bit small. So so you can see that in the top left hand corner. So enjoy free shipping over $700. So yeah, it really depends, I guess, what agreement they have with the shipping companies. But it would be nice if they had that in other countries as well, where you would be able to spend X amount and get free shipping. You'd think when people buy full setups and they're dropping $4,000 on setups, if not more, yeah, free shipping generally is a nice touch. 1 second. Right. So where are we? How long are we on? So I'll probably stick around for a few more minutes. Given that it's the end of the year, I don't even know how many people were on the stream. How many people joined? Let's have a look. So there's 25 of you. 26 of you. So yeah, not bad stream. So I'll take a few more questions and then we'll probably call it a day. It is the end of the year, like I said. So I'm sure there are people that would probably rather be elsewhere at this point, given it's coming towards the end of the year. People are probably still spending time with their families and whatnot. So I appreciate you guys for spending some time with me this evening. So thank you very much. So let's have a little look at this. So is used Unified generally a good buy? I'm looking at a USW Pro 24 port PoE from eBay, but I'm not sure how reliable Unified secondhand switches are. Ooh, wrong screen. Let me just bring this back up. So I don't think it's the end of it. It depends on the eBay is one of those things. It depends on the seller, right? So if you are buying from a sort of company, then maybe you might be okay. If you're buying from an individual seller, I would probably say 9 times out of 10 you're normally okay with buying secondhand stuff, but there's always someone that's trying to pull a fast one. So you can only just make sure and have a quick look and make sure you are buying the right equipment and make sure it is the PoE version, because sometimes they very sneakily just say the Pro 24 and it's not PoE. So just make sure you're buying because the model numbers can be a little bit confusing. So just make sure you're buying the right model. I've bought stuff secondhand from eBay in the past and not really had too many issues as such. Do you see Unify Talk soft phones getting access to SMS messages? I don't see. I mean, they've come a long way. And I think there's going to be more focus coming into Unified Talk. I don't know what that looks like as such, but I know there's going to be some changes coming. So I don't know the exact features that are going to be coming. So I don't know if SMS messages are going to be coming, but yeah, hopefully we will see something like that. I haven't done too much with Unify Talk, so I couldn't really say too much about it. But yeah, it's hopefully, I know there are people asking about it, so hopefully that does come. All the best for the new year, and to you too. Looking forward to your new content coming soon. Yeah, so it's going to be I have no doubt it's going to be a very busy start to the year because there's a lot of products in there that already say coming January 2026. So, and then the Dream Route, I've just seen it here. So we also have this lovely little one coming in February 2026. So if we have a little look, I know we haven't gone over anything recap wise, but that kind of was the plan. But it's how these kind of go. Sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. We have the stackable switches coming. We have, I don't think we have anything in terms of Wi-Fi. Oh, the IoT bridge. So they're still supposed to be coming, and the travel router. That's supposed to be coming. And I just realized I'm on the Canadian store. So let's go back to the US store. Camera wise, there's quite a bit. So there's quite a bit at the bottom down here. So we have the AI multi-sensor that we'll hopefully see in January. We have the motion sensor, the siren, the glass break sensor, the pendant. So all these things that we're hoping to see in 2026 or very early in the days. I don't think there is anything in door access as such. I mean, they launched the retro kit. So yeah, there's nothing there. Integrations, I think we should be seeing the UNAS Pro 4 and the UNAS 4 and the 5G Max outdoor. So don't know where that is. I do have that model kicking around somewhere, but yeah, that is something that's going to be coming. I don't think there is. I mean, I don't think there's anything here. So yeah, I mean, there's no other than the 5G Max. Yeah, so there's some stuff that we're already seeing that's coming at the start of the year. So running your UCG fiber, want to add a PoE switch. Okay. Do I go with a Flex 2.5 PoE with 210 watts worth of power, or a 16 Pro Max PoE layer 2, or pay a little bit extra for layer 3? Depends if you're going to be using the layer 3 features. It depends if you're going to be using the layer 3 features. If that's something you're going to be using, then sure, go ahead and pay the little bit extra and get the layer 3. The Flex 2.5 is a really good switch if you have that kind of compact setup. So maybe it just depends on your use case. And I just realized I'm not clicked on the question. So it just depends on your use case in terms of what you're going to be using it for, whether you need the additional power or whether you need the additional feature of the layer 3 switches and the additional ports. If the 8 ports on the Flex switch does it for you, then possibly that might be the one. But if you're looking for something a little bit further down the line, then maybe the Pro Max might be the one. Is there a reason HDD drives in the UDM Pro Max can't be used as a standard NAS because of a hardware limitation or software? I have one alongside the UMVR, and it seems a little bit of a waste for two. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been asking about this, being able to use the drives for multiple, even like the UNVR stuff, being able to use it as a NAS and the UNVR at the same time. I'm sure there are some. I'm sure it possibly. I don't even know if it is a hardware limitation for sure, but definitely, obviously, the software features aren't there, so possibly the hardware might be the issue as well. But I couldn't say for sure. But yeah, I sort of, it would be good if they could run multiple, but yeah, I think it's probably a bit of both. It's probably hardware and software in terms of the limitation. Do you think Unify will release a UDM Pro Max with the UDM SE features? Seems a big oversight. I'm sure you're probably talking about the PoE. The PoE, what's the word I'm looking for? You're probably talking about the PoE ports on the front. So, do I think they're going to release it? I guess from an all-in-one unit perspective, you would probably say yes, it would be nice for them to release it. Do I think they're going to release it? Probably not. I don't think they will. But I've been proven wrong many times before. I may turn around and say something, and then they go ahead and change something else. So so yeah. Um, just go for the Pro XG10 PoE. Yeah, that's another option. If you want the 10 gig ports, you can go with the Pro XG. But I think I'm gonna go UDM with ether lighting. That is the last bit to complete the full set, I think. So I hope that they do something like that, because it's kind of the last thing to get it all complete, I guess. But I think I am going to call it a day there. Let me wish all of you a happy new year if I don't speak to you. No doubt my next live stream is probably going to be in 2026 now. So yeah, maybe next Sunday we'll catch up. If there's something exciting that comes in the middle of the week, maybe we'll catch up. But yeah, I'm not so sure that there will be. But I guess, Aiden, I'll take your question for the last one. Which product are you personally most excited for, or you're not allowed to say? In terms of what's available on their website, that I can say, the Dream Router 5G Max. I think that's going to be a really good product, and I think it's going to be a really big seller. So that's definitely something I'm looking forward to. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that comes relatively early in February, and yeah, we get a chance to check it out. But have a good new year. I hope you get the rest of the downtime that you need for the rest of the year, and I'll see you all in 2026.